QIMA Supply Chain Soundbites. Today's mission, Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR. It's really reshaping global manufacturing and retail.
It really is. If your business deals with products, packaging, electronics, textiles,
Yeah.
you really can't afford to ignore this.
Right. We're going from the definition to actual action steps. Okay, let's unpack this then. EPR. What exactly is it?
So EPR is basically an environmental policy approach. It makes producers responsible for the entire life cycle of their products and their packaging, especially, what happens at the end of life, the disposal.
Okay.
It's based on that idea of the polluter pays principle.
Polluter pays.
Yeah.
So shifting the cost, essentially. What does this mean for the bigger picture? Is the waste problem really that urgent?
Oh, absolutely. The scale is just, it's staggering. The UN Environment Program, UNEP, they project municipal solid waste will hit, get this, 3.8 billion tons by 2050.
Yeah, 3.8 billion. That's hard to grasp.
It is. And think about the cost. Right now, the global direct cost of waste management is already around USD 252 billion.
252 billion.
And that's excluding hidden costs like health impacts, climate change.
Which must be huge.
Exactly. So EPR is trying to make the companies creating the waste responsible for that massive bill.
Okay, so where's the focus? What are the key waste areas EPR is really targeting?
Well, there are a few major ones popping up globally. First, e-waste, electronic waste. In 2022, we hit about 59.4 million tons globally. 59
million tons.
And here's the kicker. Less than 20% of that is properly collected and recycled. 20%.
That's incredibly low. All those valuable materials just lost.
Roughly. Gold, copper, palladium. It's why you see things like the EU Critical Raw Materials Act. EPR helps keep those materials in the economy. It's a resource issue, too.
Okay, e-waste, what else?
Textiles, another huge one. We generate something like 5.2 million tons a year of textile waste. Over 60%, landfilled or incinerated. And maybe only 1% of old clothes get recycled back into new clothes.
1%. That's, yeah, the whole fast fashion model.
It's a linear nightmare.
Yeah.
And EPR is tackling it head on. Then there's the big one, packaging.
Right. Everything comes in something.
And it adds up. In the EU alone, packaging waste was 84 million tons in 2021. That's up from 60 million back in 1995.
84 million tons just in the EU.
Yeah. And think, countries like China, India, they're banning waste imports now, so exporters can't just ship it away anymore. They have to deal with it.
Okay, so the pressure's building. If I'm a producer, a brand, how do I actually comply with all these different laws? It sounds incredibly complex.
It is complex, and this is where producer responsibility organizations, or PROs, come into play.
Yeah.
Basically, the authorities expect, often require, producers to join or set up a PRO.
A PRO, so like a collective.
Exactly. Think of it as the operational arm. The PRO takes on the responsibility for its members. They do the heavy lifting, setting up collection systems, recycling facilities, running awareness campaigns. They also have to develop plans to meet government targets, like recycling 65% of plastic packaging by a certain date. And crucially, they collect the fees from member companies to fund all this.
Okay, the fees. That's the bottom line impact for businesses. How are these fees calculated? Is it just based on how much stuff you sell?
It starts with weight, yes. The weight of the products or materials you put on the market. But, and this is key, it varies massively. By country, sometimes by state or province, and definitely by material type. The real lever here is something called eco-modulation.
Eco-modulation. Okay, what does that mean in practice?
It means the fees are designed to incentivize sustainable design. They're modulated based on environmental impact. So materials that are easier to recycle or contain recycled content, they pay lower fees.
Ah, so good design saves money. What gets you lower fees?
Things like avoiding stuff that messes up recycling streams. High recyclability, obviously. Using materials sorters can easily identify, like clear PET bottles or plain brown cardboard. Having certified recycled content helps a lot, too.
Makes sense. And what pushes the fees up? What are the costly design choices?
Higher fees hit things with low recyclability or things that are complex, like black plastics, which sorting machines often can't see, or multi-layer films, like crisp packets with plastic, foil, paper, all fused together, impossible to recycle easily.
Right.
Also small formats, little sachets, caps, things that fall through the cracks in sorting. And materials where there just isn't good local recycling infrastructure. Those all tend to attract higher, sometimes punitive, fees.
So design choices around repairability, durability, using single materials, that's not just greenwashing anymore. It directly hits the budget.
Absolutely. It's a direct financial incentive.
Now, we often hear about this in a European context, but you mentioned it's global. Where else are these laws really taking hold? This isn't just an EU thing, right?
Oh, not at all. That's a really important point. It might have started with packaging laws way back, like Germany in 1991, but the scope now is massive. In Europe, yes, they have the big directives like WE for electronics, and the new packaging and packaging waste regulation, the PPWR, is coming, which will be huge. And we're seeing real movement on textiles, too. France, the Netherlands, Germany,
Hmm.
they're pushing ahead even before a final EU-wide textile EPR is agreed.
Okay, Europe's leading in some ways. What about the Americas? The U.S. market is so fragmented.
Yeah, the U.S. is definitely a challenge. You've got laws in about 33 states already, covering things like batteries, mattresses, paint. But the big wave happening right now is EPR for packaging and paper products. States like California, Maine, Oregon, their laws are starting to kick in between 2025 and 2027.
So different rules, different fees, different timelines, state by state.
Exactly. It's a compliance headache for national companies. And California and New York are also starting to look at textile EPR.
Wow. And beyond North America.
It's really global. You see similar product coverage packaging, electronics, batteries, tires across Canada, much of Latin America, Asia Pacific, think China, India, Japan, South Korea, and parts of the Middle East and Africa too. Like we said, you can't just export the problem anymore. This is a worldwide compliance reality.
Okay, the picture is clear. The pressure is definitely on. So, for the businesses listening, retailers, manufacturers, brands, what are the immediate steps? What should they be doing right now to prepare?
Preparation is absolutely key. You want to avoid fines, obviously, but also maybe find some savings. We can break it down into about 5 practical steps.
All right, let's hear them. Actionable advice.
Okay, number 1, check applicability and map obligations. You have to figure out if your specific products and materials fall under EPR rules in every single place you sell. Then get your internal teams align design, logistics, legal, sales. Who owns this? Define the roles clearly.
Right, know where you're liable. Step 2.
Step 2, register with an approved PRO. Once you know where you have obligations, find the approved producer responsibility organization for your materials, packaging, electronics, whatever it is, and get your application in before the deadlines. And remember, if you don't join or meet their requirements, you could literally be banned from selling your products in that market.
High stakes. Okay, step 3. You mentioned data earlier.
Yes, step 3 is crucial and often the hardest. Collect granular data. You need systems probably integrated with your ERP to track way more than just sales. You need the exact material type, the weight of every single component, packaging included. And those sustainability attributes we talked about, recycled content, recyclability, substances of concern. You need proof for the eco-modulated fees and for audits.
Proof is key, which leads to
Step 4, budget and audit preparation. You need to estimate these EPR fees annually. They're a real cost, often significant, so budget for them, and expect changes year to year. Also, start preparing for audits now. PROs will audit you. Collect physical product samples, get third-party test reports, certifications for things like recycled content. They will ask for evidence.
be ready to prove your claims. Okay, final step.
Step 5 is the proactive one. Design for EPR. This is where you can actually save money and make a difference. Work with your design teams now. Focus on the 5 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. Can you use less material? Can you make it reusable? If not, make it truly recyclable. Use more recycled content. Design for easy disassembly. This directly lowers those eco-modulated fees and moves you towards a more circular model.
That's excellent, very practical advice. And remember, if you need detailed guidance on navigating all this ESG compliance, testing, certification for electronics, textiles, packaging, and more, QIMA's quick guides offer comprehensive resources to help businesses strategize and build resilience.
Absolutely. And look, engaging with EPR isn't just about dodging penalties. It's about saving money in the long run, securing your access to materials for the future. It really is the next vital step toward building a genuinely circular business.
A crucial point for everyone involved in supply chains. That's all the time we have for this QIMA's supply chain soundbite on extended producer responsibility. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.